We're here today at Pinetopia's local Knoxville site with the owner and founder, Mr. Do himself.
Welcome, Nancy.
Well, thank you. We were hoping that today you could kind of give us a little overview over what happens when you come to purchase a tree.
Well, the tree season started about a week ago, late November, and we have customers coming in as early as that. Most of those customers usually purchase the huge trees, and they need to get it all decorated and stuff, and it might take a couple of weeks for them to decorate. So we have about 2 people here weekly throughout the week, and more people during the weekend, about 4. And they come, the customer comes in, they drive with their truck or a van, and we're able to help them out, choose a tree. We have trees ranging from small to big, $15 to $100, or you can buy a tree that is skinny or wide.
How would you go about picking out that perfect Christmas tree?
Well, it really depends on the customer and the customer's room that they're going to put the tree in. So we ask them some general questions. So we would ask them like how tall is the room? We don't want a tree that's taller than their room, and we also want to ask how thick the tree they want. And usually we can judge from those answers what type of tree is perfect for them.
So you would say that you're pretty hands-on here at Pinetopia?
Yeah, we really like to really ask a lot of questions with the customer, but also just really match them up with the perfect tree.
Could you kind of tell us exactly how you go about taking the customer's payment and things of that nature, just to kind of give us an idea into the business process that's going on behind the scenes?
Well, sure. The salesmen, after they choose the perfect tree for the customer, they go over to our cashier station, and the customer will then either pay with a credit card, check, or cash, and will pay the cashier. Usually it's a manager at the station that's in charge of that, and then we help the customer load up their tree in their truck, and then they're off.
So does the manager deposit the money that had been made from the day's sales, or does that go back to you and Baxter?
Well, the manager collects all the money for the week, and they actually take it or send it to the Baxter headquarters.
Do you count your inventory on a regular basis?
We do it at the end of the season. We just find it is a little time consuming to do it throughout the season, but most of the time we do keep pretty good track of our inventory.
Good evening, Mr. Do, and welcome to Nancy Grace Live.
Hey, Nancy.
First, let's start out with a little background on why you opened a tree farm.
Well, I started the tree farm about 7 years ago on my daddy's land, and I worked on a tree farm for over 20 years up in the north, and decided to come back home because my daddy was getting old, and decided to start the tree farm back in Baxter, Tennessee.
How do you feel that your business has changed over the years?
Over the 7 years, we've expanded to over 6 cities. We started in Cookeville, Tennessee, and now we have regional sites in Nashville, and Murfreesboro, and Gatlinburg, Knoxville, and soon to be Chattanooga.
Could you just kind of give us a brief overview of the tree farming business?
Sure. Well, the tree farming business, high time is in the November and December months. That's when all of the grown trees are shipped out to our regional sites and then shipped to the neighborhood sites after that. We have about 25 neighborhood sites altogether. We hire a lot of salespeople during that time. This year we had over 100 salespeople. And then after Christmas, then the trees are disposed of, and the season kind of dies down. And during that time, the winter and summer and spring times, that's when we grow the trees, and we have probably about 20 people on staff about then.
Okay. So let's get down to the reason why you're here. Did Did you ever think that Regina was capable of doing such a thing?
Well, Regina's just a kind woman. She grew up with my son, Jimmy Jr., and ever since I met her, I knew she had the biggest heart. But I was shocked when someone from our own company committed a fraud like that. She never seemed like the type of person.
How has this fraud made you feel?
Well, I believe all the people in my company as a part of my family, and just like when a child breaks the rules in the family, they should learn from their mistakes. And I felt like Regina did something wrong, and it wasn't in the company's policy to steal the money. So I believe that she shouldn't have stolen the money, and she should pay it back. But she shouldn't go to jail.
So you're saying that a just into the situation would just be for her to simply repay you the $200,000?
That's right, and maybe some probation time so they can see that she has corrected her ways.
Having this happen, have you made plans for the future to prevent other frauds from occurring in your company?
Oh yeah, to price some profit. The local accounting in Cookville made us redo our whole internal control system, which is pretty expensive, but I believe this new internal control system would help us prevent fraud in the future. Now, part of the control system would be to make sure that there are more payroll people. So instead of just having one payroll manager over the entire company, we would have payroll people for each region. So then, after a couple of years, the payroll people can rotate, and this would promote professional skepticism and independence. In addition, I would like to have some training programs that we would have probably annually, just to promote the issues of professional skepticism, making sure that the documents are verified and approved correctly, and also make sure that the people during the busy season don't feel as stressed, and so they are able to properly approve the document that's necessary.
Well, Mr. Du, we thank you for coming on the show, and best of luck to you with your company and your expansion.
Thank you.
There you have it. Small town fraud shocks East Tennessee, and you heard it here first on Nancy Grace Live. I came to Pinetopia and found my perfect tree.